pod bay doors.
Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of the Cinematic Travelers podcast. It's going to take me a while to get used to that, fellas. It really is.
Travelers.
But we are excited. We're back a little later than normal. We'll get to that in a moment. But we are back, and it's going to be an amazing episode because I can't wait to talk about this movie. As we are going to travel back in time once again to 1984 to review the film that really sent Eddie Murphy into the stratosphere as a Hollywood star, and that is, of course, the comedy Beverly Hills Cop, directed by Martin Brest. Might be my favorite last name in the history of last names. And as always, I am joined by my slack-jawed millennial co-host. Let's start with Sean this week, my nephew-in-law, my Nil. How the hell are you this week, Sean?
Doing fantastic.
That
doing great.
is
Doing great.
Excellent. Great. And of course, my other co-host, my partner in crime for a while now, the pain in my ass, the monkey in my wrench. That, of course, is my son, Tyler. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I can sense your
I like the
excitement from
intro.
that amazing
Good
build-up. I'm doing all right. I'm excited to be here. I know this episode is kind of taking its time getting here. We had some issues tonight with one of the hosts forgetting about recording because of his old age. And we were supposed to record the other night, but one of the young co-hosts just last minute just ditched us.
Oh, I have a dinner out of nowhere.
I know it. Don't you understand? You have entered the realm of podcasting. This comes first.
I know. I need to
everything
give it
else.
my all.
and it's really sad because I was out this weekend, and as happens from time to time, I will run across people who will be like, "Say, aren't you Chris from the Cinematic Travelers podcast?" I'll say, well, that's me. It's just one of those things you all will learn about, the fame that comes with this.
Of course.
And this weekend I had a small child. He was probably 9 or 10. He came up to me with tears in his eyes saying, "Chris, why? Why was there no episode this week? Why?" He's like, "I had no idea what movie to choose. Should I pick Beverly Hills Cop or not? I didn't know." And I said it was that little bastard Sean's fault. But I patted him on the head and I said, "I will make sure we get an episode out this week." And he looked at me and he said, "I would love to call you Daddy." And I said, "That's funny. Your mom said the same thing last night." Thank you. Thank you. We're starting this episode out right.
So much.
So, I don't know. Should we explain every time why we do the episodes the way we do them?
What do you mean?
Well, like why we chose this format. All right, I'll tell everybody. As these are one is my son and my nephew-in-law. Over the years, we've had family dinners and get-togethers where some of us older people will make quotes from other classic movies that these kids do not recognize. So now we are trying to review them to see if they hold up over the years or if we have been tainted by our nostalgia for the 80s. I know I probably have. So that's why we do these episodes, ladies and gentlemen. And you know I like to over-explain everything. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about Beverly Hills Cop. I got a good soundbite for that one.
I'm excited for that one.
I got some good ones on this episode. All right, as I mentioned, this came out in 1984. What a year for movies. I'll get to that momentarily. The movie is about an hour and 45 minutes long, and I did mention this really sent Eddie Murphy into the stratosphere of Hollywood stars because actually this started the streak of 7 #1 movies in a row for him. Let's see, the next one was Golden Child, then he did Beverly Hills Cop 2, Coming to America, Harlem Nights, another 48 Hours, and I think Boomerang. But yeah, he was on a hot streak, that is for sure. This movie was budgeted out at $13 million, and it grossed in 1984 worldwide $316 million. Now, I did since we had a little extra time, I actually put a little effort into this, and I converted this to $2025. So the budget was $13 million. That would have been $40 million in today's dollars. And $316 million would have been $986 million. So just shy of $1 billion. So, yeah, it was crazy. A massive hit. I think it was the number one highest grossing R-rated movie for like 10 years or 15 years or something like that. So this movie was huge. In 1984, do you want to hear some movies that came out in 84?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this extra time, I actually worked. I put in the effort. Let's see, we had Ghostbusters. I think you've heard of that. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Gremlins, The Karate Kid. Splash, The Terminator. Amadeus, The Right Stuff. Those I put in because those are a couple of my favorite movies. A Christmas Story. So there were a ton of movies in 1984. What a good year for movies.
Damn.
That's a great year.
Yeah.
It's a lot of classics.
Full of classics.
Chock full.
Boy, that is some podcasting genius coming from my co-host right now. I'm gonna have to get you all off the source or something. But all right, I guess we'll dive into the plot of this movie. And I'm gonna take another week off because, as I mentioned, I forgot all about this episode. Tyler, since you wanted to do this movie, tell us all about Beverly Hills Cop.
So Eddie Murphy plays Axel Foley. He's a Detroit cop. He doesn't usually work by the book to get himself in trouble. After his best friend Mikey Tandino is murdered, Axel goes on a little vacation to Beverly Hills. He's trying to find out who killed Mikey. That was his best friend. He's met by Beverly Hills cops, tracing his every move while he's investigating the murder. There's some tricks and some fast talking to get himself out of situations, but in the end, there's a huge firefight. New friends were made, and the murder is solved.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Man, I'm telling you, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
God. A handful of words to get out.
he has the pressure. You survived. You did a great job. Congratulations. All right, so now that we know what Beverly Hills Cop is all about, let's go ahead and see if it lives up to the massive hit that it was for these youngsters, because this movie does have some foul languages, some boobies. Oh my God, how did you survive? Maybe that's why Sean kind of pushed it back. He was just so traumatized by seeing some boobies and hearing some F-bombs. So we will break this movie down to the positives and the negatives, and then we'll give our overall rating at the end. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives of Beverly Hills Cop.
That was a last straw. You guys are too nice.
Since Tyler was so gracious to give us the plot synopsis, let's start with Sean. Sean, tell us what you loved about this movie.
So just even the way the movie started with the song, "The Heat Is On," I love that song, so that automatically set a really cool vibe for me. Then the truck chase. It's kind of hard to review a comedy. Me and Tyler were talking about this beforehand. I found most of my notes.
You can't talk about this before.
No, we didn't say anything.
You have
anything
sinned.
about it.
No,
we didn't say anything about it.
This episode is tainted.
No details are given. But I found it that most of my pros are scenes that I found funny, or just scenes that I thought were super cool. So I guess I'll just go through those. The truck chase at the beginning was super cool. There was a shot where Axel was like swinging off of it, like hanging onto the chains, that I thought was really cool. I didn't know that bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum. I didn't know that is where that originated from.
That's it. It's Axel F.
Yeah, that was so cool. Like, that's such a legendary sound and
Axel
song.
Axel Foley.
I had no idea.
See?
Love
You're
that,
learning
though.
things. So much that I have taught you all in 4 episodes or 5 episodes. Useless information that you'll never need once you get off. But hey, you never know. You might be able to impress somebody at a party one day.
The scene where Mike from Breaking Bad just popped out of nowhere. I think the guy's name was Jack that he played. Victor's like right-hand man.
Right.
That was kind of cool to see. I've never seen him young, and it was kind of weird. But let's see.
He looked familiar.
Yeah, that's Mr. Mike Ehrmantraut.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
He's been in a lot of stuff too. He always plays that kind of henchman type guy.
Yeah.
Serious.
The argument when Axel showed up at the hotel to get a suite, and then just kind of like the back and forth between him and the receptionist, I thought that was a really funny scene. That had me laughing
Michael
out loud
Jackson
a little bit.
can sit on top of the world as long as he doesn't stay at the Beverly Hills.
It's just like fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just jet lagged.
Let's see. The soundtrack of the whole movie, I loved all the songs and everything that they used. Like I said at the beginning, it really created a whole 80s vibe that just really pulled me in. The scene where Axel is talking to Victor at his office, and he has his 6 men throw him out. I thought it was really funny how they choose to throw him out of the window that's right next to the door.
Yeah, right next to the door.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. And, do they get applauded for that, or does the boss be like, well, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
I got to buy a whole new window.
There's a door right there. The guy that plays Rosewood, Judge Reinhold?
Yes.
I like him a lot. I think he was my favorite character in the movie.
All right.
He was just funny. Not that, anybody else wasn't, but his character I thought was because it's kind of just being dumb. Like didn't really seem like he knew much what to do.
Yeah,
except towards the end, and he kind of clutched up a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of a good contrast to everybody else.
But I liked his character a lot. When they're about to raid Victor's mansion, and Staggart is trying to convince Rosewood and Axel to not go in, and then Axel ends up going in, and Taggart's just like, all right, hold on a minute, and then he goes to his trunk and just pulls out a shotgun, and then music starts playing. I thought that was pretty badass. Let's see here. It's just kind of the end, how everybody, throughout the movie, characters had some development, because towards the middle and the beginning, everybody was like, no, we don't break the rules. Kind of like Tyler was saying, how Axel likes to break rules. Yeah. And then at the end, they all end up just lying straight to the chief, and it was kind of cool. It was a big bonding moment, I thought.
That's right.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But it's most of my positives.
All right. Well, very insightful.
Yeah.
Didn't tell us much there, but okay. All right. Tyler, come on, bring us the positives for this movie.
Oh Lord,
why should people your age watch this movie?
Let's see. I like that it was in Detroit, the Motor City. You got all these classic cars rolling around. You got the Novas and the Impalas, and there was a DeLorean actually in the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah,
I didn't see that. That's sick.
Yep, the DeLorean. It was right outside of what's his name? The bad guy. Victor Maitland. It was right outside his house. I rewinded it. Let's see. I liked the vehicle chase with the big trailer like you were talking about, but I liked the fact that it looked like all those cars were actually getting smashed. Like everything that got hit, that was a real hit. And it crumbled all of them. It was crazy. I liked the quick, witty jokes, of course, from Eddie.
Yes.
One of the first few scenes, he's getting chewed out by his boss. His boss is like, he said something about getting his ass chewed off. And he's like, there's nothing left. And at the end of that, he goes, hey, Chief. Or he said, Chief ain't chewed it all off. You still got a little ass left. And he's like,
yeah, but his chief is like, don't fuck with me. Just not today.
To your point about the scene at the hotel where he's checking in, talking about Michael Jackson. I don't know if you noticed, but when he left, those two guys in the Thriller or the red and black Michael Jackson character.
Yeah.
It's the irony. Just good.
That's how big Michael Jackson was. Oh my God, he was just massive at that point in the 80s.
Yeah, the soundtrack was good. I recognized that from that frog.
Yes, dude.
And then I was like, but that's all right. Let me look this up.
That's the frog.
But I didn't know it was
frog
actually.
Are you talking about?
Yeah, in our middle school ages, it was like this little frog dude, and they did a remix on that song, and then they put beep meep. I don't know in the song. It was so catchy.
All right,
took the word by storm.
It was a big hit back then.
Overall was just funny.
It's tough, isn't it? Yeah, it's hard.
Very funny movie.
Yeah, it's just a good comedy, right?
Yeah, like the strip club scene was cool. I liked how he was like he convinced him and he's going in there and dancing and stuff.
You changed, Philip.
And all the
I was
lies.
watching the movie. Go ahead, Tyler. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. No, you're good.
I was watching the movie downstairs, and Tyler came down, and he had already seen it. And there was a scene on where he was at the art museum or the art warehouse, and with Serge, that back and forth that they had was so funny
Get out
to
of
me.
here!
Get the fuck out of here! They just bing bonged off each other so
with a
well.
little lemon twist. You like it?
But yeah,
That was all.
I think I
improv.
liked. Oh really?
No way, was it really?
Yeah, that whole scene.
Huh.
Damn.
That makes sense because Sergio he like matched his voice pitch.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
They actually, not to interrupt your breakdown there, but there was going to be the other guy that came in that kind of had his shirt open.
Yeah.
Remember, and he's like, "Oh, that looks."
Yeah.
He was supposed to have more of a part in that scene, but Eddie and Bronson Pinchot, who played Serge, had such good chemistry. They just kind of were like, "No, let's just stick with these two guys."
Damn.
I would say the ending was pretty cool with the firefight and everybody's missing their shots, But then you got Rosewood, who's, he's kind of a newbie, but he's nailing everybody. He's not missing a shot.
Yeah,
He's loving it.
There's some classic '80s good guys always hit the guy, and the bad guys got all the machine guns. They can't hit it.
And then they show up and they check him out of the hotel. They're gonna cover everything, and Axel goes, "You guys want some ropes? Put the ropes on my tab. Don't worry about it." So he charges them to the police officers that are paying for it, and he's got 3 in his bag.
Yeah.
He had 3 in his bag.
It's just funny. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. There's
There's
what
your
more can you
breakdown.
say?
All right. Very good. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. For me, first off, I mean, come on, it's Eddie Murphy. I love Eddie Murphy. He hit at the right time in his popularity to when I was growing up, and he was he had a stand-up comedy that was very naughty, and I was at a certain age where you're like, oh, I get to watch Eddie Murphy say horrible, nasty jokes that I shouldn't be watching. But this was such a big movie, and really with Eddie, I mean, shit, even now he could do a movie where he reads a shampoo bottle and I would be like laughing and rolling on it. If you ever get to watch like any of his interviews, there's some kind of documentary on Netflix right now about him. Just how he answers questions and just comes up with shit off the top of his head is just hilarious.
Yeah, he's quick.
So there, and again, this is sort of the launching point of his superstardom. He started with 48 Hours, and that kind of was a big hit. And then he moved on to Trading Places, which was a bigger hit. And then this thing just took off. And from here on out, he was Mr. Popular. And then it kind of bounced up and down between the 90s, late 90s, and whatnot. But I think this is such a great performance from him because he does have that comic timing. He has that great way of ad-libbing or coming up with jokes or just the way he says anything. Like when he tells the one guy about the banana? We're not going to fall for the banana devil. No, you got to say it like you've been hanging around this guy too long. That's just a great moment. But yeah, all of his comedy is pitch perfect. You can't say anything about it. Actually, a little behind the scenes stuff. This was a vehicle for Sylvester Stallone. He was supposed to be Axel Foley. It's going to be more of an action-driven movie, and he didn't really want to play.
Didn't go in that direction.
Yeah, it would have been weird, right? Hey, yo, you can't have a banana in my tailpipe. Yo.
Yeah.
That's my bad, Sylvester Stallone.
That wouldn't have worked.
No, it wouldn't have worked at all. Taggart and Rosewood, I like them a lot as well. I like that Taggart, they're just opposite sides of this coin. You got Taggart, who's kind of the gruff, middle-aged man who just doesn't want to hear any shit. And then, like you said, Rosewood, he's kind of young and new, and he feels very California. You know what I mean? Like when they're in the cat or the car and he's reading about the red meat and stuff, and then Taggart's like, why are you telling me this stuff? I love their balance of the way they come around to Axel's way of doing things, to where even Rosewood is just like he's gonna follow Axel no matter what. Even though he's like, I'm fucking this up too. But yeah, all of their chemistry is great. Of course, Serge, he was a lot of fun as well. I like the contrast between the opening in Detroit, where as the camera, like the credits, it's just showing you how, I don't know what the best way to say it is. It's more of a working town as opposed to Beverly Hills. So you get all of that. And then when he goes to Beverly Hills, you kind of get the same camera shots, but now you're seeing this whole other world. Like, it's like they're on like two different planets. And I love that clash between the two of them, how it's set up that way. And Eddie Murphy being thrown into this world that is something he doesn't understand, but they can't deal with him because he knows how to work cracks and comes up with things with his characters, like when he breaks into the warehouse and he's like, this guy handed me he handed me a match and all that shit, and I could get the IRS down here and I crawl up your and everybody just goes, okay. I love it.
Yes, sir.
The soundtrack, yes, it's very quintessential 80s, but I love the way it's used because you get the up-tempo stuff when it needs to be up-tempo, and then you get the kind of regular soundtrack when he's sneaking around and doing stuff. I think at an hour and 45 minutes, it's well-paced. I don't think the movie ever really drags. There's no point in the movie where I was like, okay, let's get back to it. Part of that is because Eddie Murphy is just so great in it. But you got that simple plot, he's just going to get more or less revenge for his friend getting killed. And it just sets off. And once he hits Beverly Hills, you're just go, 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 go. So, yeah, altogether, I mean, like you said, this is Beverly Hills Cop. Come on. It's Beverly Hills Cop. It's funny shit. Even you youngsters. Even with the boobies, which is always a positive. Funny. I'll bring that up every time. There's some boobs in the movie. Fellas, there's boobs in the movie. You guys don't get that anymore. Oh, I feel so bad for y'all. Anyway, so with that, let's go ahead and talk about the negatives of Beverly Hills Cop.
What's wrong, man? What's all the hostility?
And once again, Sean, is there anything you didn't like about this movie?
To be honest, I feel kind of underwhelmed in this category. I didn't really have much. It was just a good, super funny, very entertaining. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I've seen very, very few Eddie Murphy movies, and I've never been the biggest fan of his comedy, I guess, because I haven't seen anything from him really.
Okay.
But no, yeah, the movie surprised me, so I'm very happily surprised. Yeah.
All right, well,
didn't really have anything.
Y'all are making this episode too easy. You see how this works? When I recommend movies, it's everybody's positive. Sean recommends a movie, and Tyler rips it in half. Let's see if he's going to do that with this movie. Does he have the balls to do it 2 weeks in a row and talk shit about Beverly Hills Cop? I just can't believe he'd do it. I just can't believe he would do it.
I have no negatives.
I didn't think you would. This is right up his alley. I know him well. This is just a laugh out loud comedy. I actually have some negatives for the movie, to be honest with you. Just a few.
I'm curious.
No, I know it. I think the villain, Victor, I think the actor playing him is really good. In fact, he went on after this and played a lot of villain characters. He's a very bad guy, but he's very one-dimensional bad guy. There's not much. You don't really learn a lot about him. He's just drug smuggling. If he's this rich, why is he smuggling all this shit and doing all that? I don't know. You don't really get a lot of background on him, which, I mean, obviously the movie is Eddie Murphy's vehicle, but he isn't fleshed out very well. And my only other negative, and I just, as I was watching this movie, I kept thinking, oh my God, Eddie Murphy, or Axel in the whole movie, he never does anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, every instinct he has when he's in Beverly Hills is absolutely right. He never makes a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, if he thinks there's drugs in here, there's drugs in there. So I kind of laughed. It was obviously, like I said, it's a vehicle for Eddie Murphy to play up all these weird situations and whatnot and to have fun with that and then have that cop element to it. But I just thought, oh man, he could have, misguessed one thing or something like that. But
could have been wrong.
Yeah, a couple of times, and everybody is just like, okay, we'll do it his way. I was like, man, no wonder he loved his role. I would love to be in a movie where I was right about everything and everybody was like, he's the best. But, that's almost a nitpick, really. I just kind of had to laugh about all that. I was like, damn, he didn't get anything wrong at all. So that's all I have for negatives. I guess we'll wrap all of this up with our final verdict. Sean, please tell me you're not giving this a 5.5.
Oh, God,
just to get back in Tyler.
So, I thought the movie has a really great vibe, classic 80s movie with great music, which I think helps movies a lot in some situations. The comedy's there, the acting is there, and I loved the story. It had me glued to the screen. So it's a great watch, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, Tyler. I know I had to give him shit about the 5.5. I'm stopped. I can tell by the anger on his face. I can see him right now. He's like, motherfucker, you bring up that 5.5 again. I'm going to reach to this computer and smack those glasses off your face.
Give the next one a 5.5.
Oh, good. You might, because I know what the next one's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So tell me, Tyler, what is your final verdict for this movie?
I would say it was a great movie. I would watch it again. It was funny. It was entertaining. I actually laughed out loud a few times, but I love Eddie Murphy. I would give it a 9.
Damn.
9.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Tyler's not afraid to swing for the fences with these numbers rating. I love it, man. At least one of us has got some balls in this group. God, I had a tough time with this one. I love this movie. I could have gone really high. I'll meet you guys in the middle. I'll go at 8.5.
Nice. 8.5.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, this is a tough one because it's Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
come on.
You can't really say anything bad about it.
You could watch Beverly Hills Cop and be like, oh, that movie sucked. I would not want to be around that person. They have no sense of humor. Their life is miserable.
It's very funny. Very funny movie.
So does it stands up to the test of time? That comedy from the 80s made you laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say
did.
even in the future I'll watch that again and bring it up.
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right. I like to see that these movies that I recommend do transcend the times. Sean, he brings up those artsy movies that nobody likes anyway. Speaking of movies for the future, God, we are burning through this episode. Speaking of future episodes, I'm going to go ahead and call it right now for our next episode. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this.
Oh, boy.
And it was brought up by y'all, and I know for you regular podcast listeners or YouTube people out there that love movie stuff and consume it, I'm sure this is going to sound like it's never been done before, but we are going to start a series that will hit, I don't know, maybe once a month, where we're going to review, oh, God. Don't make me say it. We're going to review Star Wars starting with episode 1. I'm going to do that for you. Yes. I know Sean and Tyler are chomping at the bit to do that. I know it's never been done before by anybody else out there. It's such a unique premise. And you're making me start with episode 1. Oh, my God. I feel like the flu is coming on or something. I'm not. So, but that's what we're going to do on our next episode, which probably be next week sometime. And we'll get to have a battle. I think this is going to be a battle royale between me, the original trilogy junkie. That was my favorite movies as a kid. I love them. Against these youngsters and their love for the prequels. How can you love the prequels?
Oh, they're just so good.
How can you just?
All right, we got to save it. We got to save it for that episode. So you have to come back and listen.
Suspense.
Oh my God, that's gonna be one for the record book. So you definitely want to come back. You can always follow us on our social media. We are on, I guess Instagram is the best way to do it, at Cinematic Traveler Pod. I'm on the other ones, but I hardly ever go on there. We also have an email address, thecinematictravelerpod@gmail.com. So again, follow us, get in touch with us. Whatever you're listening to the show on, like, subscribe, follow again. That way you can keep up with it, and you don't want to miss the next episode. I know, I hear you. Everybody's done Star Wars before, but this is a clash of generations talking about Star Wars.
This is different.
It's going to be a clash.
It is going to be, I'm telling you right now, I already have half of my review written down.
Oh, boy.
It might be the longest episode in podcast history with the detail that we will go into. So I can teach these young punks why they're wrong. No, I mean, so we can see how great the Phantom Menace is. All right. So you'll definitely want to come back for that. So I guess that kind of wraps up this episode. We were all in love with Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie Murphy in his prime. Who could not love that movie? So definitely our recommendation, if you have some time this weekend for the holidays and you've been curious about seeing that movie or haven't watched it in a while, go check it out. We'll see you on our next episode. And we want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our show. I tell everyone I know we got the smartest and sexiest audience in all the podcast universe. and you never fail to live up to those high standards. Now, as you are traveling around on this blue and green ball bouncing through the cosmos, I need you to do one thing for me. Go out there and do that voodoo that you do so well.
How could you not notice a man sticking a banana in your tailpipe?